Awesome. So I'll go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the UBT College Planning Center overview. My name's Ken, and I'll be guiding you through some of the great options and tools that are available through your College Planning Center. I'm really glad to be helping you out at UBT for both customers and employees alike. So, on the UBT College Planning Center overview, we're going to be looking at signing in and getting started, learn a little bit about how it works and what you can do, take a look at the one-stop college shop for children of all ages, examine some of the calculators and search engines, look at some info for younger parents on college savings, and talk a little bit about the guidance made available, especially for parents in the later stages of college planning. Oh, and by the way, I'm very excited to let you know that we have some how-to videos on the way that we're going to be producing and to help share with UBT, so you can share this with many folks in your community. So when you're getting started, here's the website to go to, ubt.com, or we can go right to ubt.inviteeducation.com. Make sure you bookmark the site so that way you can always keep track of it. So I'm going to go ahead and take us over to the website and move us on through. All right, great. So when we get started, we're right on the UBT Union Bank and Trust site, a familiar place. And you would go right over to the Education menu. There's a drop-down full of a lot of great knowledge here. And you'll see there's the College Planning Center. That's the fourth one down. So when you click on that link, it's going to take you to the landing page that has all the information right on your site and directs users to log in or create an account. Now, when they create an account, it's as simple as using their email and a password. So we make it very simple for folks to get signed up. It's not supposed to be complicated. It's supposed to be easy using a login and sign-up system like this. So once they get that all handled, they'll be taken to their first page. So you see here, this is the overview page for the Smith family. Now, I created this family with children Billy and Mary to help guide us through what to expect about all the features on the platform. So you'll see right away there's a heads-up screen with the students. Billy's in 12th grade, Mary's in 6th grade, and it has already upcoming dates put right in front of the parents so that way they know exactly what to expect in the upcoming weeks. Now, if we dig a little deeper, we'll go right to Billy's account. Now, Billy's already in 12th grade. Anybody that has any children in high school right now knows exactly what's going on. This is the final steps of the college planning process. And what we do to help support that is create snackable content that relates to exactly the circumstances the student and parents are going through. So again, Billy's in 12th grade. We're still wrapping up any potential standardized tests. You're making your final college list. You're submitting your final applications. And you're examining the financial aid process to make sure you're getting the best funding possible. So what we do is help target all that need-to-know information at the exact time when the student needs it most, right? So that's Billy's account. Now let's take a quick look over at some of the details for Mary. Now Mary is in 6th grade, so she's still got a few more years of planning ahead. So what we do is help cater that content directly towards, making sure you're maximizing savings, learning about financial literacy, how 529 plans work, and looking at other options. So that way, look, the student at 6th grade has a wide variety of options. What we're really doing is helping to educate the customer to make those smart decisions, especially with a few years of time ahead. So let's take a look at scholarships. This is a very exciting thing to provide for folks in the UBT community. There's nothing like getting free money, and scholarships are definitely where it's at. So we've made it easy to find more free money. And through the scholarship search engine, you can not only find new funding, but also track it so that way you don't miss those all-important deadlines. So let's use a quick example here. Here's Billy, and you can go ahead and see there's science. So if we search for a science scholarship, there we go. And it loads up several different scholarship opportunities, including Intel, Radiological Society, Banting postdoctoral fellowships. So the list goes on and on. There's over 530 just related to science alone in this database. So let's say we save a few of those. And what will happen is that those will be connected to Billy's profile, so that way those deadlines match up to his calendar. And I'm going to show you a little bit more about how the calendar works in just a few moments. But what's really important to see here is that it's easy to search, and that if you want to dig down to some more details, you could find them, like what type of word type it is, or what type of minimum amount you're looking for, or any type of personal descriptive items that can help the student find exactly what type of scholarship they would most likely qualify for. So let's take a quick look over at Billy's calendar. You'll see it's populated with a lot of great information about what's about to happen in the next few months. We already have many different schools that Billy's applying for, many different scholarships he's applying for, and you can see all the scholarships and all the deadlines for applications are all being lined up on this one calendar. Now, I know from my experience having worked as a financial aid officer that one of the biggest hurdles most families face is simply hitting deadlines, and this calendar really brings it all together for them. So let's say you had a test prep class you had to take. Well, you can go ahead and manually input that information, and let's say it was going to happen next week. You can add that event right now. And now, because this calendar is integrated with things like Google Calendar or iCal or Outlook, what will happen is the student, if they have a smartphone, can actually have the notification sent right out to them. This is a great way to bring busy parents and students together. As we know, with work and with everything else going on, we make it easy for parents and students to communicate on the fundamentals. If a parent finds a great scholarship, they can add it to this calendar system, and then they get an outbound email sent out to the student to keep them on track of what they need to do next. That way, students can maximize their applications and minimize the hard stuff, which is staying organized. So it's a really focused way to get things done. All right, moving right along, we have some info on Mary and her college search. Now, Mary still has a wide variety of options available because she's in 6th grade, but we also want to start observing what the potential cost could be in the upcoming years and how we're going to be able to afford it. So we have several different schools we've already searched up, and we have things like a net price calculator. We cover what potential costs would be involved with debt, and then we look at their admissions requirements to see if they can match up. Now, taking a quicker look at this, you see there's safety schools, there's reach schools. This is all based on self-reported data like GPA and SATs. So this information relies on the student and parent data entering it, but then it's going to give them a pretty good idea of what their potential could be for admission. And then we rank them up. So we have, admissibility at match, admissibility could be a reach, and then we measure what type of cost might be associated with attending. Oh, and by the way, all this information, we realize that we want to make it easy to understand. So we put little question marks next to each key criteria, so that way anyone can read it and get the info they need to make smart choices. That's the whole point here. It's usability. We want to make sure people can come to this site and get the answers they need when they need it to help unconfuse the whole situation. And that keeps them coming back and using the tools, keeps them excited to make sure they can find the best way to help pay for college. And it goes hand in hand with the search, of course. If you're looking for particular schools, let's say you put in Illinois as an option, and it brings back all the schools that might be located in Illinois. Or if you're looking at something in Nebraska, you can type in all the schools in Nebraska, and boom, you get many different schools in the state of Nebraska. So it really does cover all ends. Okay. Make sure you keep track of your resource center. This is really cool because At UBT, they've integrated all of your products and services right on this resource page. So that way you have My Style Checking, My Style Savings. So if you were to click on any of these links, it takes you right to your landing page about the related service. So it helps give people connection to what they need and what you can offer. So you're really making it easy for people to make smart choices here and lead them back to some of the things you are already doing and really helping people with. That's really important. All right, so I'll take a quick look at the Financial Center. This is where we really break down some of the numbers and figures. Now we're going to have some how-to videos on how to really master these tools, but I'll just give you a quick overview just so you know what it looks like and how it kind of works. You can see that it's college savings. We have both Billy and Mary on the list. They have a self-reported amount already saved and a self-reported continuing contribution. They have an EFC calculator. That's the expected family contribution. So based on the adjusted gross income, we can get an idea of what their potential financial aid eligibility might be. This is very helpful. And then we start looking at costs. You can start looking at the different schools available. You can list them by the schools that you already listed on your school search engine. Or if you want to look at national averages, you can do that too. So like you could say Michigan's there, or with Mary, you might be saying, okay, let's take a look at some averages. So, yep, for-year in-state. And that'll give us some figures on that, and it might help you out on affordability issues. And guess what? If you need some tips to close a shortfall, we add those in there too. We do scenario analysis to help you find ways to increase your savings to make sure that you're staying on track. So, look, it's a lot of little questions involved in the big question, which is, can my kid get in, and how am I going to afford it? Well, look, we answer those two big questions with a lot of little details in a clean, orderly fashion, so that way people can always make progress. Great. So we'll get ready to close things out, but we covered a lot already. This is really good news for folks that might have admin panel access. And just so you know, it's in the upper right corner of the screen where it has this information. But what you can do is drop down here, and if you have admin panel access, what it does is it allows you to easily send invitations out to your community. So what you can do is type in the email of the person you want to send it to, right? And then what will happen is it'll auto-email that person, letting them know that they're invited to join. And it'll be making it really easy for them to sign up. Again, it's just simple. You want to make sure that people have access to this type of information with as few hurdles as possible. That way they can get the answers they need. And you guys are the ones providing it, which is really awesome. Oh, and by the way, there's a Contact Us button on the lower right corner of most of the screens. If you open that up, it tells you everything you need to know about what you need, a lot of technical questions. So if the person is trying to work their way through on the site and just wants to send us a quick question, we'll handle that, and we can also forward those to your team. That way you can work on some more customer engagement. So that about covers all the basics as to how our platform works. We're really excited to be a part of the UBT team to help you guys really serve more people. And we're really excited that the employees are very excited to use this platform itself. So it's really been a pleasure to help you guys out.